I thought I'd do something a little different for Halloween. Let me read you some stories from Alvin Schwartz's Scary Stories. The Red Spot. While Ruth slept, a spider crawled across her face. It stopped for several minutes on her left cheek, then went on its way. "What is that red spot on my cheek?" she asked her mother the next morning. "It looks like a spider bite," her mother said. "It will go away. Just don't scratch it." Soon the small red spot grew into a small red boil. "Look at it now," Ruth said. "It's getting bigger. It's sore." "That sometimes happens," her mother said. "It's coming to a head. In a few days, the boil was even larger." "Look at it now," Ruth said. "It hurts and it's ugly. We'll have the doctor look at it," her mother said. "Maybe it's infected." But the doctor could not see Ruth until the next day. That night, Ruth took a hot bath. As she soaked herself, the boil burst. Out poured a swarm of tiny spiders from the eggs their mother had laid in her cheek. Happy Halloween, Paul Talkers. 2 more stories for you before this video is done. Both of them about types of relationships. And isn't that the scariest thing? Wait, that's not... I did purposefully choose children's scary stories, but I hope you'll like this. The Girl with the Green Ribbon Around Her Neck. A long time ago, there lived a girl who had a dark green ribbon tied around her neck. On her first day of school, the boy sitting behind her, whose name was Jim, noticed it from beneath her blonde hair. "Why are you wearing that green ribbon?" he asked the little girl. She looked at the ground. "Someday, maybe I'll tell you," she said, and turned away. A year later, they became best friends, and whilst they were eating lunch, Jim asked again, "Why do you wear that green ribbon?" The little girl laughed awkwardly. Maybe I'll tell you another time." When they entered high school, Jim asked the girl out, and she soon became his girlfriend. He asked again as they were kissing. Now will you tell me why you wear that green ribbon?" he pleaded with her. "Maybe if we ever get married, I'll tell you." Jim fell in love with the girl, and 10 years later, he proposed, and they got married. In bed their first night, the only thing his new wife wouldn't take off was her green ribbon. Wait, this is a kid's story? "Please tell me why you wear that green ribbon," Jim begged. "If we ever have kids, I'll tell you," she replied, averting her gaze. As this very predictable story goes, they had 2 children, a boy and a girl, and then Jim asked again, "Now, will you please tell me why you wear that green ribbon?" His wife sighed and answered, "Look, if you really love me, please just drop it. One day, I promise I will tell you why." So Jim dropped it, even though he was just dying to know. He accepted the fact that his wife always wore a green ribbon around her neck. They grew old together, and the woman became very sick. The doctor told Jim she was going to die soon. Jim sat by her bedside for days, distraught, and then he finally said, "Please, tell me now, why do you always wear that green ribbon around your neck?" In a croaky voice, his aged wife replied, "Okay, I'll tell you. Take it off now." Jim reached for the ribbon around her neck with fumbling fingers. He pulled the bow loose, and her head fell off. Spoopy. So those two stories I read because my friends Katie and Amy Margaret remembered them. And then here's one that I just chose myself. The bus stop. Ed Cox was driving home from work in a rainstorm. While he waited for a traffic light to change, he saw a young woman standing alone at a bus stop. She had no umbrella and was soaking wet. "Are you going toward Farmington?" he called to her. "Yes, I am," she called back. "Would you like a ride home?" "I would," she said, and she got in his car. "My name is Joanna Finney," she said. "Thank you for rescuing me." "I'm Ed Cox," he said, "and you're welcome." So far the scariest thing is picking up strangers on a highway, but let's keep going. On the way, they talked and talked. She told him about her family and her job and where she had gone to school, and he told her about himself. By the time they got to her house, the rain had stopped. "I'm glad it rained," Ed said. "Would you like to go out tomorrow after work?" "I'd love to," Joanna said. She asked him to meet her at the bus stop since it was near her office. They had such a good time, they went out many times after that. Always they would meet at that bus stop, like it was their special place. And off they would go. Ed liked her more each time he saw her. Dating. You can tell this is from the past. But one night when they had a date to go out, Joanna did not appear at the bus stop. Ed waited there for almost an hour. Maybe something is wrong, he thought, and he drove to her house in Farmington. An older woman came to the door. "I'm Ed Cox," he said to her. "Maybe Joanna told you about me? I had a date with her tonight. We were supposed to meet up at the bus stop near her office, but she didn't show up. Is she all right?" The woman looked at him as if he'd said something strange. "I am Joanna's mother," she said. "Joanna isn't here right now. But why don't you come in?" As Ed entered, he pointed to a painting on the mantel and said, "That looks just like her." "It did, once," her mother replied. "But that painting was from when she was your age. A little after she sat for it, she was in the rain at the bus stop when a car hit her, and she was killed. 20 years ago!" So none of these are really scary, and I think that's okay. Maybe next year I'll try to find one that's actually frightening to read for you. I hope you liked this spoopy video, and if you did, maybe you can give me a thumbs up. And subscribe below. And maybe share this video if you'd like to share these silly, scary stories with your friends. As I keep on saying in all my vlogs, I'm celebrating passing 1,000 subscribers. You have Halloween Day. Halloween Day? October 31st. This day is your last day to submit selfies and videos where you say, "Paul talks with me," for me to include in my 1,000 subscribers video. I hope that you send yours in, and I'm going to work on that video on Halloween and on probably the 1st of November, which is going to put me behind a little bit for NaNoWriMo. I'm also doing NaNoWriMo in November. That's National Novel Writing Month. Let me know if you are as well. We could be NaNoWriMo buddies. I'm also going to try to vlog every day of NaNoWriMo as well, both to let you know how my story is coming and to keep you apprised of my fundraiser that I'm doing in conjunction with my 1,000 subscribers video. There's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. As always, thanks for watching, and tomorrow will be an even spookier day. Actually, it'll be November 1st. Tomorrow will just be a better day. And here are all the candles that I set up for this little video setup here. So many tea lights. Ooh. Spooky tea lights. Whoa.